called the buddy system last year, which was, it seemed like Coach Thompson would pair two guys in a ball game and have you guys try to figure out 8 innings. And in that regard, I think you were paired with Evan Mitchell in February last year. I mean, how did you like that?
I think it's a great it's a great thing to have for our team. You get out there, and early in the season, your pitch count may not be where you want it. You may get tired a lot earlier. We're trying to get everybody some innings, get some experience early. So I think it's a good thing to do. Also, it allows you to, and Coach Thompson sometimes, if you were pitching well, would let you go a few more innings. So it all depends on how you're pitching. It wasn't set in stone that that's how it was, but for the most part, I think he knew who he wanted to pitch, and he knew who he wanted to give innings to, and we were trying to settle into roles, especially early in the year, and that's another thing that plays a part of that. I know he's not it's not set in concrete with him who's doing what at the beginning of the year, so he's trying to figure that out also.
Do you feel like when you do that, you've got another person that you can sit in a meeting with and say, here's how I'd like to attack this, the lineup, and then how do you want to go with it when you get the baseball?
Right. Yeah, and he tried to. I think you're asking. He kind of paired up us as far as maybe if I was throwing with a sinker, Evan comes in and throws 94, 95, but with a really good breaking ball. So I think he kind of paired us up with that aspect, and we try to pitch to our strengths. So I can sit down with Evan and say, hey, I saw this out of the first 4 innings. If he comes in the 5th and 6th, I can sit down with him and say, look, I think this guy's not seeing off speed well. I think you should throw a breaking ball to him. Or I got in with a fastball to this guy really well because my first 4 innings, he may be down in the bullpen for 2 innings and not seeing, especially early in the season when there's not video review that we can go over because not many games have been played. I think it does play aspects of communication with our teammates.
John said that he could see you maybe as that Saturday guy and a guy who could eat up some innings. You kind of see that as your role as being one of the more experienced guys, can go a little bit longer in games.
Right, yeah, and I think that was my role last year.
Right.
I throw a sinker, and everyone knows that. I get ground balls. I'm not a guy that's going to go out and post 8, 9 strikeouts a game, but we did turn the most double plays in baseball last year, in college baseball. So I do see that. I like to, if you keep your defense active, especially the pitcher that I am, they're going to play well behind you. Pump strikes, get in and out of innings. I know we like to try to go 15 or less pitches an inning each time we go out there. And if you do that, you can get to 7th, 8th inning pretty easy.